And welcome back to Black in a Flash's Summer Speedrunning Celebration Juneteenth Class of 2026. Reminder that you can type !Juneteenth in the chat for the full schedule, and visit gdq.gg/BAF or visit our Blue Sky to learn how you can get involved with the Black in a Flash community. Now, we just watched a wonderful interview by an even more wonderful runner. But what if I told you? What if I told you that I have that runner right here, ready to introduce us to an amazing speedrun? Everybody, SMLiquid, take it away.
Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is SMLiquid. You can just call me Liquid. I'm here, I'm running Sifu. If you haven't played this game, this is a modern 3D indie beat 'em up. It's a very fun game. It's developed by Slowclap and published by Kepler Interactive, who you might know as the publishers of Clair Obscur. And yeah, I'm running the any percent category on student difficulty, so we get to go through the entirety of the game without the shortcuts, but also without the upgrades, so I have to, you know, pick all the right upgrades while I go throughout the run. And we're playing on students, the easiest difficulty, it's the fastest, but it also allows us to do certain behaviors are changed on easy, so it allows us to do certain skips that we're not able to do on the higher difficulties. So yeah, other than that, I don't have much else to say. I'm just ready to get started whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Just give us a countdown.
So I'll count down from 3, 2, 1.
Good luck.
Thank you. So this is the very first tutorial area, and the character we're playing as is Yang, who's actually the main antagonist of the game. And the good thing about playing with Yang is that he has all the upgrades unlocked. So we're going to use that to speed through these opening sections of the game. These basic enemies just go down these 3 simple hits here. Gonna pick up the staff. Just keep running along. One thing about this character, his character model is like really tall. So running is actually like really fast with him. Just slightly faster than running with the main character who's a few inches shorter.
Wow. So being short,
little things
not good.
Like that.
If you want to speedrun.
Unfortunately, is not. So we hop over this table, which kind of lines up these enemies, and we're able to just do these push moves and get that running takedown. Takedowns are contextual, and that running takedown happens to be the fastest one, and allows us to do it in a controlled fashion since it's always done while running. I tried to show off the each weapon has its own focus move. That's the only time to use the spears, the staff's focus move, which is that it says 360 swing, but it's actually like 270 degrees.
270 swing. It doesn't sound as cool as a 360 swing, right?
Oh, he's not being cooperative. It's okay.
Yeah, you saw how you ran through everybody.
For this boss fight, and most boss fights, we're just gonna try to lock them up against the wall, get that wall damage built up, and get to the phase like that.
Wow.
And this is the opening sequence. You see Yang, he kills our father. And that's us, the main character, right there.
So in the opening sequence, you actually play as the person who kills the main character's father.
Yes. And now we get to select our character. You can choose between a boy or a girl. You're gonna choose girl. There's no difference between the characters, except there's actually a major difference in that their voice lines are different, their voice clips. And when I played as the boy, that was my first playthrough. When I did a bunch of challenge runs, I played as the girl, as all the subsequent playthroughs. And then one time I picked the boy, and then a voice line just threw me off. and then I ended up losing a challenge, so never again.
Never again. Well, you heard it here first.
And yeah, and as you see in that opening sequence, one of the characters kills us, despite being a child, kind of messed up.
So you do actually die here.
Yes, but fortunately we're revived with the pendant, which is kind of the core mechanic of the game. You get, whenever you die, you get revived by the pendant and you age up. And now we're going to go to the tutorial sequence. When we go through this sequence, we've like restarted the game, so we have like no upgrades, no skills, no boosts from the shrine. And we're just going to try to speed through these opening tutorial sections. I really like this transition straight into the tutorial section. So you're gonna actually fight all the bosses, and they're gonna teach you a different move. This one teaches parry, so we just gotta parry and throw him, and now we can do damage to him. And we're just gonna push him and get that takedown on him. And now we have the next boss comes up. This is Sean. He's gonna teach us how to avoid. You can avoid attacks high or low, which is one of the best defensive moves in the game. It recovers your structure, and then when you hit an enemy after avoiding, they'll be stunned and you'll be able to do stuff to them, like throw them against walls and other enemies and stuff like that. It's the third boss, Kuroki, and all we have to do is push, which we've already been doing, so just gonna push her along. You see I push with my foot. You can do reverse moves, and some moves actually work a lot better when they're reverse. They have different properties and stuff like that. The reverse push is actually like a little bit faster and stronger.
The reverse moves are a bit more difficult, right?
Yes, because you have to position your body correctly, unless you have a move which is called Flowing Claw, which will reverse your position. But we don't have that move just yet. And now this is Yang. So he actually teaches us how to use focus moves, which are these special moves that we can use to our advantage. This is Eye Strike. And the funny thing about this is when you actually fight him in the game, you can't use focus moves against him. But we'll show you how to get to that boss when we get to him. So yeah, that was a tutorial sequence. We're back as the main character in the home base. This is where, you know, we saw Yang defeat the master Sifu.
That's where it all started.
Yes. That little investigative board, that's a little mechanic in the game, which gives you like more information about, you know, background about the characters and stuff like that. And now we're on to the first level. This is squats. As you can see, is graffitied onto the wall in front of us, the squats. So now we're gonna hop into this fence. These are the basic gangster enemy types. This guy goes down in 3 hits. He's just a basic level. This guy's a little bit more, he's advanced level, so he takes a little bit more hits, so gotta get a little bit more creative when we take him out. I'm just gonna run along here, passing through enemies that we don't need to take down. But we are going to take down a couple of enemies here, because we have no upgrades, and we need this XP to buy the upgrades that we need throughout the run.
And you get very particular skills throughout this run, right?
Yes. We're coming up on the first shrine soon. Now I'll show you some of the skills that I get. Now we have this hallway sequence, which changes the perspective. It's kind of one of the most iconic parts of this game, which is a reference to, I believe, Old Boy. Forget I think there's a couple movies that actually do a sequence like this.
Yeah, the stylistic choices in this game are really like what make it unique.
Now we were able to open up that door instantly because I was able to kill that enemy right near the door. Otherwise, for some reason, you have to wait like a few seconds for it to unlock on its own. But thankfully, if you're like right next to the door, it would just be able to be unlocked instantly. And the bat that we have is one of the most useful weapons in the game and in the run. I'm just going to use that whenever possible. I do want to save that bat that's on the ground for later. I don't want them to use it though.
Well, the enemies can pick up the bat.
Oh, unfortunately I lost my dragon mask. The golden dragon mask you get from getting all the gold stamps in the arenas. It actually does not help us during the run, but it helps you understand that I made the effort and the suffrage to get it, so
it lets you flex a little bit.
She just got a few upgrades from that shrine there. We got a little bit more focus meter, and we got base mash. We don't want to attack, okay? We don't want to attack. Sometimes enemies don't want to attack. Maybe they just realize it's not worth it.
Yeah, I think they might be scared because they've seen what you've done to all the other enemies on this level.
Yes.
And so here we have the Juggernaut enemy.
Yes. And we're about to enter a big fight. If you want to explain how we go throughout big fights.
Yeah, so with big fights, when a fight starts, you've seen Liquid do these stun takedowns. So if you quickly attack an enemy, you will get a stun takedown. As you can see, as he did right there, the little red indicator shows that the stun takedown is available. These takedowns are really important because enemies can have 3 levels. So they can be normal, they can be elite, or they can be a mini boss. And if you do too many takedowns in a fight, one enemy might evolve into a mini boss. And so Liquid is being very careful about who he takes down first and who he performs takedowns on, because he doesn't want the more powerful enemies to turn into mini bosses. A mini boss will come back with full health and will be a lot more powerful. So there is actually a lot of strategy involved in taking those big fights.
These enemies here, you can see the health bars are glowing because they're actually already mini boss level. And we don't have to actually worry about them turning since they're already mini boss level. And the good thing about the art direction of this game, like all the enemies are like individually designed. So they might have like some similarities, but they'll look fairly different and distinct enough so you can tell who's who. Especially after running the game a bunch of times. Just gonna try to get some more stealth takedowns in this sequence here as we enter the last big fight of the first level. Oh, they noticed me. Okay, that's cool.
That's okay. They still can't do anything.
I guess they're catching on to my strategies. I don't like that.
They're learning. And so here we have another big fight. And so Liquid is performing stuns and takedowns on these enemies. You can see one of them has a weapon. That doesn't matter. Now Liquid has the weapon. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Now we have one last set of enemies. Again, we're just gonna throw quick takedowns, which is good because that Juggernaut has a lot of health.
Yeah.
And he can be kind of tanky and defensive. I think we got through him. So now we're coming up on the first boss fight. And before we got a shrine, so we're gonna get focus as well as duck strike. When you get focus, it increases your focus meter and fills it up completely. And then duck strike is a move with just, it's a duck and you strike. Yeah. But when you have a bat or any other weapon, it does a special move for the bat. It does the last hit of the heavy. And we're just gonna do just alright. I had to try to get some fall damage on the enemy by using face smash. I only got half of it, but that's fine. Just gonna take out the other half quickly.
Yeah, and right here, enemies, bosses can actually be pushed off of small ledges and they will take a big amount of fall damage. So you can see Liquid is very particular about where he takes this enemy. The little ledge with the little plants was where that enemy took fall damage. And here's the second phase where Liquid is basically just gonna smash him in the face. and poke him. That poke move with the bat is very strong to stun lock enemies. And then finishing off with that face smash, which does a lot of damage for a very clean first boss.
Yeah, Space Smash is one of the best moves, one of the best focus moves. It does a heavy stun on the enemy, and it doesn't use up the durability of the bat. It's one of the best moves now after they buffed it, because it took 2 focus meters, which is a bit much, but 1 makes it broken, which I'd rather have it broken be useful. Now that we're in the home base, we're gonna get upgrade. We're gonna get environmental mastery, which allows us to throw weapons and stuff that you actually can't pick up in the environment. It allows you to throw weapons without having to have them in your hand.
And I've got here a question from chat. Someone wants to know whether you've given all the enemies unique names, or did you name them given their uniqueness?
No, I actually haven't. They don't stick around long enough.
Oh, right. The speedrunner said, no, I don't see them long enough to grace them with a name. I see.
So we're going into the club. It's the club dance floor.
I've got to say,
See, these enemies just went straight into the takedown mode because it's the beginning of the fight. You want to watch that enemy because he's the strongest one. Unfortunately, he knocked off the hat.
No, the hat. Yeah, this level definitely has some banger music that everyone's really enjoying. So right here with a big fight, again, Liquid being very careful who is taken down first to make sure that none of the enemies turn into mini bosses.
So now we're gonna get more weapon damage. If you want to explain the upgrade and aging system for them.
Yeah, so
the audience.
Each level here has 3 shrines, and you can pick one upgrade on any combat moves that you can afford with your XP. So there are 3 types of upgrades with different unlock requirements. Red upgrades are only available if you have enough score, which is why Liquid is taking down a lot of enemies. And they aren't very essential for the speedrun. And purple upgrades are the most useful, but they require XP, which you also need for combat moves, so he does have to balance which moves he's getting. The white upgrades will become unavailable if you age up too high. And so this game also has an age up mechanic. Every time you die, your age goes up, which I guess makes sense. But essentially Liquid needs weapon durability, which you can only get if your age is under 25. But that's not an issue in the speedrun, right? Because you simply don't die in the speedrun, right?
We do die, but we don't go
You die
above
intentionally.
age 25. Yes.
And you don't go above 25. Right there, beautiful face smash.
And for those enemies, if you do a takedown while they're on the ground, it's fast too. Sometimes I'll do that just because it's easier than getting the running takedown.
It's like a faster
Which you have to you have to run for a second before it'll activate. And if you don't, it'll be a long takedown animation with the bat to take out those juggernauts. Now we're in the pit. We're just gonna try to go for this juggernaut with the face smash. Oh, he stole that, so that's fine.
Very clean.
The push move with the bat does a kick move, and because you're using your feet and not the bat, it doesn't use up the bat's durability. But it's something useful to use. And this is the disciple enemy. You don't have to know what he does. It doesn't matter.
that was the disciple enemy indeed.
And the enemy that jumped down to get beat up on after the dance hall battle, that was the flash kick enemy who does a lot of kickboxing moves, stuff like that. If you jump into that corner there, it avoids that dialogue that he was about to say, so we can just skip through.
Nice.
And now we're in this fight. You see the level kind of transition. We're gonna jump up here so that we can take down this enemy. Because what happens is she'll talk, and the enemies will come in phases. So in order to make them all come at once, that was rude. I was busy. You take her out. And now ideally, we want them to just attack us so that we can just throw them over the edge.
Your turn. Who's next? Your turn. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, there's one more. I'm sorry, I forgot.
He said, get me too, get me too. Beautiful.
One thing about the disciples, they are the only enemy that's able to use the staffs. And she wants us to pick up the staff, so we'll pick it up.
Oh, pick it up and throw it at her. I suppose you did follow her instructions. She wanted you to pick it up.
Yeah.
She never said what to
And
do
as you
with
see
it.
each time you play through the level, there will be like a level transition. This transitions from a club into a temple now. And it's also elemental themes. And this one happens to be fire.
I can see
I don't
that.
think you get to see it, but the main boss here, he's like running like a fight club. And like the strong people that see, I did a reverse poke there, which is actually weaker than a regular poke. So sometimes the reverse moves help, sometimes they don't. But yeah, he's this boss is obsessed with people with strength. And then we're gonna get more weapon damage, and then get charged back fist, which we'll use actually for the next level. So for this boss, just gonna try to get him near this wall, poke him. Now that he's stunned, when you poke him, you can knock him against the wall for extra wall damage.
And how many times do you poke him, Liquid?
7 times.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I see.
100%.
Okay, just asking.
We have confirmed that it's not 6, it is 7. Although if he blocks, you have to count for that, because then it won't count for like a actual hit. I'm just gonna try to repeat this poke move, which is actually crouch punch. So the moves to help give you more moves with your arms, but also with the weapons themselves. A lot of them have like very useful moves, and that poke move just really like unlocks the bosses and allows us to get through them.
I didn't know what to do about it. It's a beautiful second boss.
Yes. Now we're back at the base again. We're gonna get some more moves. We're gonna get slide kick, and we're gonna get die cut. Slide kick is this. So be prepared to hear that. If you don't like that, man, I don't know. You just don't like speedrunning, I guess.
Yeah, this is a staple of speedrunning. Hearing a sound effect from some movement tech.
Yeah, repetitive sound clips. And then die cut is the focus move for the knife. And this is the first move, first level with the knife.
So as Liquid works his way up through this museum level, I'd love to welcome in, first of all, the Raiders. Thank you so much. And I would like to remind you that I'd like to thank everyone for supporting GDQ Hotfix with your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits, and just watching the stream. Your contributions help keep our shows running. So if you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad reviewing, and access to chat during replays. You can always support the stream by sharing the GDQ channel with your friends. So welcome in, Raiders. Liquid right now has a knife. Water is formless, but knives are not. Neither are pots. I see you throwing a lot of pots from the museum here. Are you just breaking all the artwork?
It's okay. They've allowed me to do it.
They've allowed you to do it.
If they didn't want me to do it, they would have stopped me.
That's very true. I think they tried to stop you actually, but I don't think you let them.
Oh wow, he got super excited and hit me out of the throw animation, even though he was supposed to wait patiently for his turn.
Wait patiently to get slashed with a knife, yeah. He can wait.
So when you throw things and you hold block, you can throw them faster.
Yeah, definitely a lot of love for the museum level here in the chat. A lot of cool artwork in this level.
Yes, there's a lot of artwork, like stuff that will be hidden in the corner, and just, you know, not as in the center as you expect, but you get to, like, if you explore, you'll get to see a lot. And it's, you know, it's a water theme level, so yeah, one of my favorites.
There you go. It's made for you.
I'm just gonna get some more weapon damage, and for the most part, we're just gonna slice and dice our way through the level. So if you have anything there you wanted to read out,
absolutely. So you were wearing that mask, right? That tiger mask, and then when you took it off, it was revealed that your character is in fact not bald. But you know who is bald?
No.
The character is on the new shirt that we have as merch. So I'm going to tell you about the Yeti. The Yeti creates amazing merch, apparel, vinyl, and more, inspired by fan favorite video games and pop culture. The Yeti is proud to be an official merch supporter of Black in a Flash and the Juneteenth event. Type !Yeti in chat to see the collection. You might recognize some of the characters. Purchases from this collection help to support Black in a Flash and its community of speedrunners. Yes, not bald. Our character is not bald. However, if our character wanted to wear a bald shirt, they could. They could type !Yeti and wear a bald shirt. You know?
So this enemy right here, this is the last enemy type, is the bodyguard. It's really, tough enemy to deal with normally. He has a lot of different moves that he mixes up, and then he's just a very defensive character. So we're just gonna stab him.
I do love how you keep saying this is a tough enemy, that's a tough enemy, and they blow up in 2 hits. I love that.
Yes. So you can actually just run on the air. I guess you're running on water.
Running on water.
And now we're in this rain room, and the level has transitioned. Now, one thing about this, once you reach this point, the enemies are not going to turn into a mini boss. You don't have to worry about it. But we're just going to use the knife anyway.
Why not?
We're not going for takedowns. The knife is just really, really powerful, really fast. These guys go down in 2 hits. Some of the stronger ones go down in 3 hits, but that's fine because they'll have more knives that we can use to keep going with our combo. Oh, you're early. Everyone's so eager today.
They know they're on the big stage. And there you go. Now, speaking of water, there's a lot of water on this level. So I think this is tradition at this point, to talk about, food and whatnot. So I'd love to ask you if you had to make a choice between hot dog water and ground meat water. You boil the ground meat in there.
Hot dog water.
Which one would you have? You have to pick
water.
one. Which one would you pick?
And just ending it all is not an option.
No. No, unfortunately, you do have to pick one.
I do have to pick one.
Yeah.
And I have to live with myself after.
You do.
Well, I had to pick between hot dog water and ground meat water. And there's no other options for liquid sustenance that I could use. I can't remove the hot dog from the water.
You can, but it's still hot dog water. It's been slow cooked in there.
Oh boy. I guess I'd go with the ground meat water.
There you go. From the water expert himself. Ground meat water better than hot dog water. Heard it here
Can I
first.
change my answer?
No, it's locked in, unfortunately. I'm seeing a lot of hot dog water in the chat. I too would go for the hot dog water. I mean,
that's why I didn't pick it.
Oh.
So I knew you'd go for the hot dog water.
I see.
So now we're hitting this little sequence. We have these flash kicks with knives. This is a unique enemy that's only in this sequence, but we're just gonna poke him and get him out of here.
Dog water or cat water, we're getting into dangerous territory. I've opened the floodgates, no pun intended, SMLiquid, but you know what? Let's talk about the elevator key you just got, because I didn't like that.
Oh, the elevator key, when you defeat enemies, you get like shortcuts. That's like the main mechanic in the game. It's a hard game, but you're able to get shortcuts so you can, oh, you're not attacking again. That's kind of weird. That's fine. But yeah, you get shortcuts to allow you to get through the game, which is why the New Game Plus category is like twice as fast. You just poke her along, get her out of here.
Already a clean phase 1. So for phase 2, as long as Liquid parried the opening, he is good to continue with the poke move of the staff.
She didn't want to cooperate. It's okay.
That's okay. We can just do this the hard way too.
One of the moves that I just got before this mission, before this boss fight, was weapon mastery. So what happens is when your weapons break down, normally they just break down and then they're just broken. But with weapon mastery, they'll break down into like smaller things. So the staff will break down to a bat, which we can use, and then we can use face smash again, which is very useful for that second phase. And then the bat itself will break down to a little piece, which kind of mimics the bricks that you can pick up and throw, which is kind of just a one-off thing that does a lot of damage. And we're done with the level. You see our characters sipping hot beverage with his dragon mask on.
Oh yeah, speaking of dragons and hot beverages, you guys, if you enjoy coffee, Dragon Roast Coffee is a dedicated coffee for gamers and adventurers alike. Their small passionate team puts their hearts into roasting coffee to order with the mythical heat of dragonfire, infusing a touch of an enchantment in every sip. Visit www.dragonroast.coffee today and pick up some exclusive coffee and a tumbler for Black in a Flash. A portion of the proceeds from this collection go directly to Black in a Flash if you want to support us. So what are you waiting for? Adventure waits. Thank you so much to Dragon Roast Coffee for sponsoring us. As you can see, coffee is basically water. So we've got a live clip here. We've got a clip.
Yeah, I don't know why I just went through that sequence a little bit faster than usual, so I need to see that.
We love that.
Later.
Okay.
Don't go into the elevator shaft. Please don't do that. We don't like that. Going into elevator shafts is not safe.
No, it is not. Life recommendations from Liquid. Oh, now we're into bean water. Uh-oh.
One good thing about the knife is that when you slash enemies, and even if they block, it still does chip damage. I'm using that on that Juggernaut who has a lot of health to get rid of him quickly.
Alright, as you know...
And I know I just said elevator shafts aren't safe, but that was for them. For me, it's very fine. It's okay if I do it. It's not okay if they do it.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, come on, camera. Okay. Sometimes the auto-targeting the camera, they want to do what they feel like.
Yep, you know what they say. Final boss of some games is the camera.
So we're going to go into this room here. We're not going to get this takedown because some enemies automatically turn all the time. And that's one of them. I'm just going to use her body to like throw into another body and then stun them both. just take care of this bodyguard. There's a shrine across the way, but we don't need to go down there because we actually have most of the moves that we need to get to the run at this point in the game. We're going back in the elevator shaft, which again is safe for me, not for you guys, so be careful. This guy doesn't listen, so we're gonna have to teach him why the elevator shafts aren't safe.
Ooh,
I'm just gonna stab him.
demonstration. There might be people with knives in the elevator shaft. He fell over like a sack of bricks, and I love that.
And the other one, we just get to wall lock him and then move on. So yeah, we were in this level's called the tower because it's like a big corporate tower, and now we transition into this little stone cave because the element of this is kind of like stone and metal. We're just gonna slide along. Now in this half of the level, we're just gonna skip through most of it. We have this questionably high ledge here, which I think I can survive it. I'll be honest. See it? I think if you dodge roll, it'll mitigate the fall damage,
Of course.
and then, you're good.
Is another piece of advice. Dodge roll to mitigate fall damage. You will never take fall damage if you just roll off of places.
And as you saw when we revived, we had to use a little bit of the penance power, and our age goes up by 1 year. That will stack up, so if I died again, I would happen to go up to age 23, but since we're on easy mode, it always does just one life. One life, 1 year. Also on easy mode, it's like instant when you get to do this revival, whereas there's a little bit of tech involved getting it to go like faster when you're on the higher difficulties for whatever reason. It's not as instant. So now we're gonna take one last intentional fall. You're supposed to fall, but you're supposed to go down to the shrine. If you go down from the shrine, you won't die. But here we're taking out a death just because it's faster. Only thing is now we have to find our knife as soon as we get up, because we're in the boss fight. We just pick it up. This attack, you just run around it.
And for this boss, dodge the opener, and guess what? We are gonna take her all the way to the wall for that wall damage, and that is a clean phase 1. Dodge the opener again.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go anywhere. That was weird. She didn't need to go anywhere.
Well, I think she was trying to get away from the cut to her thigh with a knife, but...
And I do like the consistency of the game design. As you age up, every 10 years that you age up, your health goes down, but your attack strength goes up. And since that boss is like the oldest boss in the game, she doesn't have a lot of health. Even on the higher difficulties, she has the least amount of health. So we're able to get her out the game very quickly with the knife, because the knife is a very strong weapon against health damage.
Knives are not good for your health. We just needed to break and reform our knees for the journey ahead. Exactly.
Now we're on to the sanctuary. This is the last level.
Last level already.
Yes. Just gonna wall lock this enemy, which you use push and crouch punch. It just kind of locks the enemy into position and hits them against the wall. It does a lot of damage. I'm just gonna slide along here. There's a few enemies that we skip here, but we do have to take out these enemies up here. Go upstairs. Get a sneak attack.
It makes sense.
We're gonna jump down, pass through this yoga class, and take out the instructor.
Take out the instructor of the yoga class. Okay, sure. At this point, sure.
I'm gonna try to throw it at the further one. That's good. She recovered before. Ideally, you want to get both takedowns, but he has a lot of.
And there she goes.
Oh, I was able to show off the little. If you snap kick, that's one of the few moves that jumps over enemy low attacks. Versus moves like duck strike, with ducks under enemy. Oh, you dodged that. Why'd you dodge that? Something like that.
I got the receptionist at the yoga class as well. Just taking down this whole yoga studio. That man told you to relax and enjoy your session, and you hit him in the face.
Yes. They actually changed it up. That guy, for some reason before they just they used to just wait and you could just, you know, stab him like this guy. But then they changed it so that he, like, you know, bites back and stuff.
Yeah, it didn't help
why
him
you
very
would
much.
just accept the knife.
Just accept the knife. Oh, right. This is an evil yoga studio. I see. Yeah.
Dad killing yoga studio.
True.
And this guy would let us stab him because he's nice. Okay, so now we're coming up on the final boss here. On this first phase, you're gonna try to push him with the staff near the stairs behind him and get some fall damage.
Beautiful pokes. And there he goes. Clean phase 1. For phase 2, he's going to try to stun lock him with certain moves and then hit him against the wall for that extra wall damage as well. You can see his health is just being chunked down because these enemies are weak to walls. I mean, if you got repeatedly crotch punched into a wall, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be doing very well either.
Oh, and that's time.
GG.
And yeah, that's the game. This is the good ending because you kill all the people that killed your father. Yay.
Amazing. And what a happy ending that was. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for that run, Liquid. We learned a lot of things. We learned that elevator shafts are dangerous. We learned that ground meat water is better than hot dog water. And we learned that we should not kill this main character's father because it results in the systemic collapse of an entire yoga studio. But thank you so much for the amazing run. Do you want to tell us what you're going to be up to next? And do you have any shout outs for us?
Yeah. I'll give a shout out to everyone that stopped by to check out this run and all the other runs at this event. Shout out to the Sifu community. Shout out to Slow Clap for making a very engaging, fun game, and all the follow-up content that they made just kept me on top of this game. I have like over 800 hours in this, so it's been a fun game. Shout out to the host. She's hosting and she helped me out with some commentary, so you know she's killing it. And matter of fact, if you think she's killing it, go ahead, type !jail, and we'll make sure that she gets locked up by the end of this day. And yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
And then for me, you can find me on Twitch. It's SMLiquid. I'm playing a lot of shmups right now. I'm trying to get the 1cc in the Raiden Fighters collection, all 3 games. I'm also doing the Dark Souls series. I've beaten Demon Souls, so I just gotta pick up the Dark Souls games and start going on those. And then also just a bunch of new games and old games, whatever catches my eye. I'm always playing a variety of different games, so yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the amazing run, Liquid. Definitely check Liquid out, doing amazing things in speedrunning and casual runs. But the show is not over yet. The runs have been fantastic so far, and we still have more to come. As a reminder, you are watching Black and Flash's Summer Speedrunning Celebration Juneteenth Class of 2026. You can type Juneteenth in the chat for the full schedule. And we will see you shortly after a short break for some more Juneteenth action. See you soon.